the time, need it every day. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at 100. Never get enough, I can't stay away. If you want what I got.
Oh, hey y'all!
I'm Alexandra Solani,
And I'm Gerard Ebb.
and this is Relationship.
101.
And I ain't going nowhere 'cause you're a people. So don't you worry, let you.
We all come to college for one common goal, and that's to be successful.
But sometimes in college we run into relationships,
Some may be long distance.
and some may be close.
So here on Relationships 101, we compare the differences between long distance relationships and close distance relationships.
We interviewed a few college students to get their opinions.
So sit back, relax, and watch these next clips and take some tips.
Okay, so do you believe that long distance relationships are healthy, and have you ever been in one?
Oh, me first, alright. I've never been in a long distance relationship, but I think they're not healthy at all because you don't know what that person is doing. And like you don't get to see each other and like actually have that bond because you're away from each other. So
I mean, I've never been in a long distance relationship, but I mean, if you trust the other person and you think you can make it work, then you can. Personally, I wouldn't do that.
I think they are healthy to a certain extent just because it gives you time to miss that person. And I have been in multiple long distance relationships and it worked out pretty fine.
I think they can be healthy. From my experience, it was not healthy just for the sake of how I went about it and how my significant other went about it. It was just a very dark time in my life just because, you know, you're constantly missing that person, especially.
I have been in a long distance relationship. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't that we didn't communicate as much. And why?
Sure, no I haven't, and do I think that they're healthy? If you're mature enough to handle them, yeah.
Yes, I've been in one, and I think they're pretty cool. You know, it's a different angle.
What are some do's and don'ts in a long distance relationship?
Don't cheat. Don't cheat. I'm real big on trust and communication, so you have to communicate with me for me to be able to trust you. The don'ts, just don't cheat. Don't make me look stupid out here.
Don't be on social media trying to flex like you so happy without them being there, you know, like don't do that. Still acknowledge their presence. Still let people know that you have a girlfriend or a significant other.
Dudes are staying in contact, basically.
Dudes, I would say everything that you would do in a relationship, like not with the distance, you should like do that like times 10 just to reassure that you care because you're not physically there to show that you care. So you need to do everything that you can to show that you care. That's a dude.
Do you believe that on-campus relationships distract you from schoolwork?
no.
Why?
There's a lot of relationships that are going on campus and they're going perfectly fine, so I don't think that's a distraction.
And if y'all both have the same like end goals, if y'all trying to do the same thing, be successful, then it shouldn't be distracting. But I mean, if one person's over here, and one person's over here, then they're obviously gonna clash.
All depending on the person. Well, it wouldn't distract me personally because I wouldn't give too much of myself to the point where like I can't focus on my work. So.
No, I don't think it's distracting. It can be, but it's all about good time management. You know, you pretty much learn that from the jump.
I think that they definitely distract you from schoolwork because when I was a freshman, I had a little boyfriend, and I definitely I didn't get into no organizations. Like I left to debate. I didn't do anything like that. All I did was I waited till 6 o'clock, and when visitation started, and I was always at Morehouse wondering what he was doing, and it was just distracting to me as a person. Like
I believe it's what you make it. I feel like if you let your relationship get in the way of your schoolwork, it can. But I feel like if you have your priorities straight and you know what's important, you can do well in school as well as keep a healthy relationship.
Do you believe that there's a such thing as spending too much time together in a relationship?
Yes, I definitely think there's such thing as spending too much time. Sometimes when you spend too much time with that significant other, you can get tired of them, get irritated with them, say things you don't mean. And I also think, it's not good to, ditch your friends for your significant other. I think it's healthy to know the limit, the time that you spend with them.
It is. I believe so. Just because we go to the same school, I don't need to see you all the time.
So on today's show, we got some of the do's and we got some of the don'ts.
One of the biggest do's is the big C, communication. You don't want to lose that with your significant other.
And one of the major don'ts is don't cheat, because there's no relationship without trust. But that's all for today.
And we'll catch you next time on
Relationships 101.
Something, want it all the time, need